Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic no matter where you are. Today I do want to talk about a topic that has been on my mind for a while now. I had one of the subscribers message me about, I think, a few weeks back. Ask me the simple question, Felix, what is your collection, all the watches that you have, right? We'll talk about. Of course, I'm picking a iconic Sumo now. This is the second gen J Sumo. This is a magical watch. But the question was, he said, Felix, you try to inspire us by building a diverse collection of watches, and all you have is divers, and again, right? But the thing that he was trying to say is all the divers that you had were large watches. He said, you're going from a smaller XKXs, which is 42 millimeters, and Sumo, this is I think about 44 to 44.5 millimeters. Without saying the Marine Master 300, that SPDX 017, that's about 44 as well. Not to mention there's a big boy, right? Big thick monochromatic case design, and even the Seamaster Omega, which was the first Swiss watch that I chose to add to the collection, that is about 42 as well. So the minimum size that I have in my collection is about 42. The largest, I think, will be probably that SPBN 049, the tuna. I just want to bring the focus a bit in because this is truly magical. Sumo is, again, the SPBN, I think it's about 45, 46. And my message for you today, and this is again, I'm speaking, from my mind, is I'm not recommending guys to buy large watches. Um, I'm not here to say that, right? You've got your own taste, and things gonna work out naturally, right? If, example, if you buy a small watch, if I think that one of the small watches that I had was the Rolex, not the Rolex, sorry, the Rolex Baby Killer, the SNSXS 79. It's a beautiful small watch, right? Magical. Had it with me for about a year. Sold it to another collector. And there's nothing wrong with it. But it's like I said, it's gonna happen naturally. I had that watch for about a year. I had what's the other? I saw 40. I had three Sharps. Sharp 3, the black, Sharp 3.5, the white, the cream dial. I had the Sharp 017, the Alpinist, the OG Alpinist, right? Which I love. You guys love as well. Again, that watch has gone into another local collector. But it turns out, I'm not gonna say I don't like small watches, but it turns out I prefer bigger sizes than 30, 38, 38 and a half. Guys, I don't think I ever want to try anything less than 38, but you know what? I'll give it a go. But the point I'm trying to make is every time when I put a watch that is under 40, it I just didn't feel that was wearing a watching size that I like, that I prefer. If somebody give me a watch that is under 40 and asks me to try it, of course I'll try it out. But if I spend my own money choosing the design and like to stick with it in my rotation, under 40, probably a no. Okay, so that's just my backstory, and I know there's a lot of guys out there. Again, I always speaking from the bottom of my mind, right? Because you guys know on this channel we'll talk about truths and truths only. A lot of guys, a lot of young enthusiasts, watch collectors come in the marketplace where you know they tend to stick with reviews like channels like mine and channels like you know the channel that I watch when I was getting to it, and still now, channels that I hold close to my heart. Bruce Williams, Brendan Robs, of course many. Of course, we have a very common Seiko roots that I would talk about those two channels, but the more channels you go through, the more trendy it becomes. A lot of channels talk about, the clear trend that is watches are getting smaller rather than larger. I think about 5, 10 years ago, it was sort of period of time then, 42, 44 was a more popular sizes. But now, just talk about the watches that we know has been achieving great successes, right? Swiss wise, Tudor's Black Bay 58, that was about 39, just under 40, and now Black Bay 54. From Seiko's lineup, you can tell the higher end, which is the SJE 93, that is the pretty much the reissue of the 62 MAS. That's the first Seiko divers that Seiko has ever achieved in 1962, right? That is 37 millimeters. But again, that is not paying the whole match, but that is paying the tribute to the truth of the history, because the first Seiko 62 MAS was 37 millimeters. And there's nothing wrong with history, okay? But again, I'm talking about my experience. So if there's any young enthusiasts that come in the marketplace that feeling pressured, and part of their heart is, hey, I want to try out big watches, man. I want to get into sumo, get into monster, I want to get into Marine Master brand. But I'm looking at all the trendy stuff online, Instagram and YouTube. People talking about you're gonna get watches under 40, because otherwise you're not gonna wear it. It's gonna be too heavy. You're not gonna be able to sell it. Nobody's gonna want it. You know what I mean, right? I'm trying to mitigate that natural tendency going along the trend. If you are a male and if you are in age between 18 and, I'm giving a big wider range here, between, you after you graduating from high school, maybe a couple years in the uni, you start working a part-time job. You've got that $500-600 that you earned. You wanna get a watch, right? All the way to mild in their mid 30s, right? You've worked for 10 years. You've built up your savings. You want to start getting watches. You wanna buy a Panerai, but you're afraid that you are going against the trend. You guys know what I'm saying here, all right? If you in that spot, I'm giving you the green light. I'm giving you the confidence. I'm giving you the go ahead. Ignore what's trendy. Focus on focus on what works for you, right? If Sarb 033 35 17 Alpinist, if that works for you, good, fantastic, go with it, stick with it, right? But if Sumo, Turtle, Monster, Marine Master 300, Marine Master 200, Sea Masters, Panerais, Rolex Subs, Deep Sea, Planet Ocean, if those size works for you, great. Big watches are great. Big watches are fantastic, right? You don't have to go with the trendy thing where I only buy watches on the 40 millimeters. That's BS. It's it's the outcome of the intended marketing campaign by major brand, because they want to sell watches on a 40, because that's where their main, I don't know, profit margins or sort of supply comes from. You understand what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna put it on the wrist. And this J Sumo is a hell out of example of big watches. Of course, this is sports watch, right? This is one hell of an example that big watches wear comfortably. It sits absolutely flat on your wrist. It curves around your wrist comfortably. It is just enough thickness where it gives you that presence from sort of over top view. And Sumo is a classic design of the Japanese brands. It is unique. It's got that beautiful curvature on the lugs, and of course, I think really the second gen Sumo captured all that bold, oversized fronts on the bezel. Just let me get it. There we go, guys. On the bezel, um, this has got domed on the outside of the crystal. You guys can see that distortion is just beautiful. That yellow sort of highlights on 12369 a clock with the second hands painted. I think it's painted or heated. Could be wrong, but the finishing is good, guys. The finishing is good. You can't fault. Oh my god, I just get lost in this watch. Seriously, guys. Between these and here's the thing, guys, right? Between these and Sea Masters and Marine Master, right? There's no discrimination against all watches. If a watch is made well as this Sumo, you just can't put a price tag on it. Again, I got it between, I think I paid about 400 US for mint, almost new condition when I got it. Of course, I had a full service done to it because the 6-hour movements was messed up. But again, this is a brand new watch now. Runs like a cask. The Melbourne, Australia Seiko boutique team, service team, they've done a fantastic job on it. Did they give me a brand new movements on this? I don't think so. I don't remember it, But I think the issue went wrong was the main spring that sort of got off, sort of detached. Was simple fix, right? But the watch is mint. This watch is it's just crazy. This is this is what a sports watch needs to be. Bold, fun, unique, own identity, characteristics that you can't find anything else, and just be happy and just be calm with who you really are. Look at this sumo guy. Look at this sumo wrestler, sitting here comfortably with peace of mind, waiting for what challenges that's going to throw in front of him, and he don't care because what? Because he's strong, he's large, he's bold, he's confident, he's brave. He's gonna beat her and set out for the challenges, and he's gonna overcome them like it's a piece of cake. So that's it, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. Um, and no doubt, guys, we're gonna see you very soon in the next video. Okay, guys. That's it. Hope you guys stay well, keep going, stay strong. Bye bye.